Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will discuss about Sankhya Darshana or Sankhya Shastra. Kapil Muni wrote this Shastra basically, and there is a belief which is spread by false saints or self-declared philosophers that Sankhya Darshana supports atheism. That means Kapil Muni says that there is no existence of Almighty God, which is absolutely false. Whatever knowledge I am going to give you is from what I have learned from my Acharya Swami Ram Swarup Yogacharya, and also through his website vedmandir.com. I request you to go through this website. It contains a lot of information about Vedas, Shastras, Upanishad, as well as about our general life, how to lead a peaceful life and how to worship God. All those secrets are mentioned in the website. Please go through it whenever you find time. Okay, coming to Sankhya Darshan, the Sankhya Darshan mainly speaks about the purpose of Prakriti and souls. So, Prakriti is the state of matter where the three qualities of Prakriti or three gunas of Prakriti called as Rajagun, Satagun and Tamagun, when these three gunas are not in an active state, that is called as Prakriti. That means during the Pralaya stage, that is during the final destruction of universe, when this universe is still not created by Almighty God, that state of matter is called as Prakriti, and that is clearly defined by Kapil Muni in Sankhya Darshan. And also Kapil Muni says, my Acharya very clearly explains that for people who are interested in the worldly affairs, Prakriti helps them to satisfy their desires and also take them towards illusion. For people who are interested to attain Almighty God and people who are going towards the path of asceticism and spiritualism, Prakriti helps them to achieve their final motto of life, that is moksha. This is what my Acharya has very clearly written and also spoken in various pravachans. And also Sankhya Shastra very clearly speaks about the main purpose of the human life. The main purpose of the soul is to destroy the three types of sorrow. There are three types of sorrow: Adhyatmik, Adhibhautik and Adhidaivik. These three types of sorrows are there in everybody's life. So the main purpose of the Jivatma to acquire the human body is to do tapasya, is to go towards the path of spiritualism by Ashtanga Yoga. One has to kill these three types of sorrows. This is what Sankhya Darshan mainly says. The problem happens is why people are understanding or misunderstanding Kapil Muni's Sankhya Darshan is because we are listening, or most of the people are listening or reading books written by people who does not know ABCD of Vedas. So we have to understand Kapil Muni was a philosopher of Vedas. He studied Vedas, did Ashtanga Yoga Tapasya and realized Almighty God in Samadhi. After that he gave the knowledge of Prakriti, Jivatma, Paramatma in his Darshana. So if somebody has to understand what Kapil Muni has written, we have to go to philosopher of Vedas. Today the problem is we are reading textbooks written by those saints who are self-declared. They themselves claim that I am a Vedic scholar, I am a Samadhist Purush, I am a Rishi, I am a Yogi, I am a saint. So these are self-declared people who are spreading false knowledge against Vedas. So we have to be very careful to choose our Acharya, and then we have to go to such Acharya who understands Vedas, who knows Vedas and who is a Samadhist Yogi. In fact, there are very, very few people in this whole universe who are Samadhist Yogi. We have to go and search for them basically. That is our main purpose in life also. So my Acharya has very clearly said, also my Acharya gives knowledge about Yajurveda in depth and also all the four Vedas. He always says that you always listen spiritualism from a person who has attained Samadhi, where God says in Yajurveda 40th chapter 10th mantra that iti shushrum dhiranam yenah tadavichi chakshire. Dhiranam means yogi or a Rishi Muni. So always listen. Shushrum means we have to listen this knowledge from that Rishi Munis who has attained Almighty God, not from textbooks. If we have to understand the Vedic philosophy, we should first listen it from Acharya, then we can read authentic textbooks. So the problem has happened because many people have misinterpreted this sutra. Basically this sutra is very small sutra. Ishvara Siddhaihi 1/57 Sankhya Shastra. This sutra in Kapil Muni is indicating something else, but the misinterpretation has happened like this. This sutra says that Ishvara Siddhaihi means there is no existence of Almighty God. This is a translation done by these people. Whereas the real meaning is, my Acharya has very clearly clarified even in the website, that the real meaning is related to the previous sutra. That means here it has to be understood that if somebody says that God is the Upadan Karan, or God is the material cause of this universe, then the existence of God is not proved. This is what Kapil Muni says. That means God is not the material cause of the universe. God is Nimit Karan. In Vedas they say Nimit Karan. God is just a efficient cause for the creation of universe. This is what the inner secret of this sutra, which is very clearly explained by my Acharya on the website. And also the thing in Sankhya Darshana, Kapil Muni very clearly says, my Acharya has quoted two sutras in the website, 3 by 56 and 3 by 57. 3 by 56 says, Sahi Sarvavit Sarvakarta. That means Sa means that Almighty God, He means because, Sarvavit omniscient, knower of everybody, and Sarvakarta means creator of this universe. That is, God is omniscient, omnipresent, and He is the creator of this universe, is what Sankhya Darshana 3 by 56 says. And 3 by 57 says, Ishvara Idrish Ishvara Siddhihi Siddhaha. Thus the existence of God has been firmly proved. So this statement from Kapil Muni very clearly clarifies that he believes in the Almighty God and he is firmly proving the existence of Almighty God in his darshana. And my Acharya very clearly has mentioned that there is a mantra in Atharva Veda that 12 by 5 by 40, 12th Kand, 5th Sukta and 40th mantra very clearly says, God says that if somebody is taking a portion of any mantra or any shloka or any sutra and then for their own benefit they are misinterpreting it, then God says, I will punish them. This is what God says in Atharva Veda. So we have to always listen any sutra or shloka or even Upanishads. There are many people who are writing to me in YouTube that your version of Upanishad is not matching with Shankaracharya ji, etc. It's not my version, it is the Vedic interpretation done by Rishi Munis. Upanishad completely supports Vedic Traitva, that is three eternal entities. Whereas the Vedanta philosophy, the Neo-Vedanta philosophy says that there is only one Almighty God, everything is Brahma, which is anti-Vedic, which is not... I have made several videos before this in English, Hindi and Tamil. Request you to go and see that as well. So this Sutra 3 by 56 and 57 very clearly proves the existence of Almighty God accepted by Kapil Muni. So there is no question or doubt that has to arise in our mind that whether Kapil Muni supported atheism. Kapil Muni never supported atheism. He was a great philosopher of Vedas and Ashtanga Yoga. I hope you would have got some clarity. I request you to see it again and also spread to the people who are interested to understand basics of Vedas and Shastras. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.